Joining me now from Blue Reef Agri-Marketing is Casey Mabry. So glad to have you back here on the show. Since you last were on, there's been quite a bit of stuff happening in the market. If you could, give us a recap and tell us of where we're at right now.
Yeah, these have been some extremely good times. And you know what? We step back and reflect from where we were, even 6 months ago or a year ago. And we were all hoping the prices would get probably $10 lower than what they are now. And so we've seen a massive leverage shift in this industry. And a lot of it has to do with, a lot of the things that have compounded over the last, call it, year or two. We've had extremely good margins at the packing sector. That's lent a lot of reason for those guys to slaughter at a very, very rapid rate. It looked like they were never going to run out of supplies of cattle, and all of a sudden, all we hear is we're extremely tight. What's created a lot of this right here is a lot of the weather that we saw across Nebraska and Colorado over the wintertime, pushing a lot of these calves back, delayed some of the yearlings, and we kind of got into a period of time in here where demand has been pretty good from a retail sector. As we started to go into spring grilling demand, we kind of had a perfect storm where prices are kind of exploding. So this week, right now, we just saw fed cattle kind of get bid 181 in the north. All-time highs back when we had back in 14 would have been kind of 72 to 74 in there. So we've exploded over the top of that. So these have been extremely good times. I think everybody needs to step back and reflect. Definitely mark this down in your journal, because this will be something that you kind of tell your kids about several years down the road.
Mm-hmm. Well, with all of these historic prices, what should producers be thinking about doing to capitalize on it or prepare for whatever could be coming next?
Yeah, I think when you get into price territories like this, I think people a lot of times almost get mesmerized with it a little bit. I don't think they necessarily get greedy or euphoric. They just step back and go, I don't know what to do with it. The best thing that we've got going on right now is this livestock risk protection insurance, or LRP, and a lot of people have talked about what that is. But what it does is it gives you the ability to have price protection at current levels. And then if the market were to explode and go higher, you're only out the insurance premium. It's not like you're hedged and have the margin in those positions. So I think that's absolutely what somebody should do right now, especially if we don't know where prices are going to go long term. We don't know if this is kind of a short-term situation or something that's going to hit us long term. So I think that's something that you got to reach out to somebody local. If that's Blue Reef who you want to do something with, definitely reach out to us. We got a team of people that can explain what that is, how it impacts your operation, how it fits you in your operation, and then how to go forward there. So I think these are times where we should celebrate. I think these are times where we should really also step back and say, we've got a business to run. Mm-hmm. Revenues are a windfall. Let's take advantage of these revenues while they're here.
We've talked a lot about Blue Reef, some of the solutions they offer, but I haven't really talked to you about the team behind Blue Reef. What makes you guys unique in the people that you've got working for you?
Yeah, so we try to get people that work for us that just are really, number one, compassionate and have the ability to step back and look at somebody's operation deep. There's not a one-size-fits-all for any of this stuff. So we go out and we seek out people that have a background in this. And it doesn't have to be, they don't have to necessarily be somebody that is the smartest market person in the world. Just understand the cattle business, how that fits within people's organization, and really somebody that's willing to spend the time to understand it. And so we've assembled a team of people around that to where they can have the ability and the time to do that.
Mm-hmm. Real quick before we go, where do we need to go to get more information and to reach out and contact you guys?
Yeah, so you can go to bluereefinc.com. Our phone number is 817-736-0230. You can holler at us. Just reach out. It's pretty easy to find somebody.
Thank you so much for joining me. Always a pleasure having you on the show here. Don't go anywhere. Savannah West joins us next.